Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Skyrim Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Sea Dragon mod, which is being made by user Dovahkiinathi. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is an absolutely amazing new player home and a ship, the Sea Dragon, and I love this thing, as not only is it just a cool looking vessel overall, but is, as mentioned, a fully featured player home with all the things pretty much that you could want in it, and has a load of additional features, including the ability to crew this vessel. And that is awesome, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. First, let's have a little chat about where you do find this in the world and how to get it. Now, as for the where, we are just around the corner from the Solitude docks, and as you can see here, we do get a handy little map marker for the Sea Dragon for you to fast travel to. And as for how you do get your hands on this thing, well, you're gonna have to find a key, which is pretty simple. You just gotta kind of wander on up to the docks and you'll find an urn just under some fishing poles that'll have the key within it. Now, with key in hand, you have full access to this vessel as it is now yours. And on the deck here, you can see we've just got a lovely little ship, a very cool, nothing too crazy, but you know what? It's a sailing vessel and just looks very nice. Now, everything gets a lot more interesting when we go on the inside. That is way bigger than the outside. It's not quite TARDIS level big, but still pretty darn big. So let's head on inside and take a look at the interior of the Sea Dragon, where upon entering you'll be greeted by a sort of generic trophy room area with a lot of places for you to hang stuff and, you know, show off your things. Now, along with the trophy room, there is also an office for you to use, which is very handy, and again has more places for you to display things, as well as some work table sort of stuff in there, which is always nice. Now, downstairs from the trophy room and office, you get what I guess you could call the main hall of the vessel, where you've got more displays, more storage, and a lovely, gigantic dining room area for you to use. Now, off of this hall, you have 4 guest bedrooms where you can actually invite random people in the world to come and stay on your ship temporarily. If they like you, they'll stay in one of these 4 more or less identical rooms. We do also have off the main hall the master bedroom, where of course you will sleep, and it is glorious. Again, a lot more storage here, and you know, just a lot of nice amenities. Now, downstairs from the main hall is what I've kind of come to call the bar and lounge, because, I mean, come on, who doesn't love a bar in the bottom of your ship? That's just wonderful. Now, off the back of that, there is a kitchen with a very large stone fireplace, which seems very odd to put in a ship, but hey, alright, I'll roll with it. And off to the sides of the bar and lounge area are 2 different crew areas, each side with 6 beds for your crew to use, totaling 12 potential crewmen you can have on board. Now, at the back of those crew quarter rooms is a just sort of generic training room there. Very nice little area. And finally, that leads to the jail and torture room, which you can actually put people in. And that's hilarious. Now let's take a bit more close of a look at things, and we're back up in the sort of main trophy room area where you can see we've got loads of different display cases, we've got bookshelves, we've got weapon and shield racks just all over the place, and even some large trophy bases on either side. Now, through these doors is where the office is, where you just got loads more areas to put, like, claws, to put masks, to put books, etc. You even do have some active soil here, so you can grow some lovely ingredients in for alchemy. And speaking of alchemy, well, you've got yourself a full alchemy lab, as well as arcane enchanter over here for you to use, as well as plenty of different bits of storage all around the place, which is rather nice. Good times indeed. I mean, come on, who doesn't love just, you know, a nice desk in their office to sit behind to command their vessel from? Now moving on downstairs into the main hall area, it is rather quite large, as you can see, and there are some mannequins, which of course, as per usual with Bethesda mannequins, they may glitch out and appear in other places, but overall, this main area is gorgeous. I love the dining room bit. You got a nice little seating area here. And as I mentioned, you have 4 different guest rooms, each one being more or less identical. You've got a bed, you've got some storage, you got a lovely bath to use here, which you can sit in. Very neat. And as you can see, if you go from this one, there's an identical one just across the way. If I actually didn't get stuck on that table, lovely. As you can see, it's just a mirror image of it. And if we go further down past a whole load more display racks and cupboards for storage, well, we have the other 2 guest rooms right along here, and then over right here. Excellent, excellent, very good. Now, just by the guest rooms, we also do have just more display racks, as you can see, that come pre-equipped with a lot of weaponry and armor. Very neat. And then we do also have additional access to the deck from here, and you have the same access on either side, as you can see right here. Now then, through here we have the master bedroom, which is just... oh, it's gorgeous. You got yourself a huge chest for storage, plenty of bookcases, other things to display items, a beautiful 4-posted bed, and then of course your own private little area back here with your own bath. Very nice indeed. It's just all in all a gorgeous master bedroom for you to enjoy. Now, a fun part about all of these guest rooms here is that, well, this place is actually compatible with Hearthfire for you to, bring your wife and adopt kids to here. So of course your wife will be in your master bedroom here, but as for kids, you'll have to ask one of your crew members, such as Belrand, who I made a crew member here. You can ask them to actually set up a guest room for children. Now, you have to do that first before you actually go and adopt a child, but yes, the guest rooms are available to be turned into children's rooms for you to enjoy. Now, let's actually head on downstairs, and we'll talk with Belrand again here in a moment, and come into the, well, my favorite area. I mean, come on, it's just a lovely little bar in the bottom of your ship. Very cool. With, plenty of additional storage here, lots of ale and wine for you to take. And then, of course, our lovely kitchen in here with a functioning cooking pot for you to make some meals, and plenty of various ingredients strewn about. Now, as mentioned, on either side of the ship, we have the crew quarters down here, and once again, you can have up to 12 crew members on board, which is pretty neat, and they'll take up one of these beds. And of course, you can put up some, nice display on the shield and weapon rack. You got more storage. It's identical on both sides, and even some nice equipment there for them to use. Then we have the training room, where you do also have, as you can see, some basic crafting equipment. You've got yourself an anvil, workbench, grindstone, and of course over here a tanning rack, and just some nice dummies to, shoot at or hit. And finally, through here, you've got the jail, where somehow I arrested a pack animal. I arrested this farmer here along the road just because I could. I'll show you the video here of me walking up to them, and yeah, all you gotta do, you can literally walk up to anyone in the world and say you're sick of them, and you'll throw them into this jail. Oh no, that's the farmer I jailed who had the pack animal. Yeah, I guess his pack animal is tied to him, so it came with when I put him in jail. And you can do that to anyone, literally anyone in the world. You can just walk up to them and go, I don't like you, and boom, they'll come in here. Now, of course, you only do have 3 cells to put people into, but still, it's pretty hilarious. I really do like it. Now, as for how you do get your hands on crew members, well, they're gonna have to be a potential follower. So, of course, I had Belrand up there, and earlier I just went to the Winking Skeever, walked up to him, hired him, and then said, hey, you want to be on my crew? And boom, he was on my crew. So it does have to be some sort of follower companion that will come with. And they are quite cool because, well, one, they're just around the ship acting as the crew. But you've actually got some fun features with the crew and the ship in general. The ship is not stuck at this location in the world. You can actually move this in one of two ways, by either talking to one of your crew members or going up here yourself to the wheel, and actually you can travel, as you can see here, to Solitude, Windhelm, Dawnstar, and just the random wilderness. Let's select that one there, because that's actually one I haven't selected yet, and it will move the ship to another place in the world, which is just awesome. So this thing can actually move around and take you to other places in the world. Okay, so this literally does just take us in to the middle of the Sea of Ghosts. I like that. I like that. Our ship is, in fact, a ship on the sea. But yeah, it's pretty neat that we do have those options to go to different places, which is just adds a lot more usability to this thing, rather than just being a static player home. That is very cool indeed. And yeah, all in all, it's just got a load of great things. Again, I love the idea that you can have crew. I love the idea that they're actually somewhat functional and can move the ship if you tell them. And you can even take, like, if you do have a companion following you, you can send them ahead of you to the ship to get the crew ready, which is pretty neat. And I love the prison aspect. It's just a fun, weird little thing. If you have a character you don't like, you can just throw them in the brig, and that is magnificent. And of course, the fact that this is compatible with having a family and even Hearthfire adoption friendly is just neat. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description as per usual, my friends. But that is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed and you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one!